Our subject is God's divine principles of honor. And today is 10/23. And so I'm not putting a part 2, part 3. I'm putting it according to the date because we've shared some of these principles in times past. The word honor in the Greek New Testament is the word time. The word honor in the Greek is the word time. Time means to value. So to honor is to value. You cannot honor anyone that you don't value. And without the Holy Spirit revealing to you the value, then you will never honor. One of the jobs of the devil is to close your eyes from seeing the value of the person that God has assigned for you to honor. One of the tricks and one of the manipulations, one of the strategies of Satan to cause you and I to devalue is the spirit of familiarity. That is why you see less value in a home than you see anywhere else, because everyone in the home is familiar with one another. Usually when a woman that is of God and a man that is of God, that is raised up in church, usually they're able to see the honor when they're courting. And the moment they say, I do, when they start getting familiar with one another, the honor or the value begin to dissipate. And they stop honoring one another because now they have gotten familiar with one another. Familiarity breeds contempt. And so therefore now attitudes come because we no longer value each other the way we did. Why? Because we see them in their flesh now. We see the mistakes that they make or whatever the case may be. And now that becomes the standard for dealing with the person instead of dealing with the person from the standard of God. So you have to fight being married or being a family. You have to fight familiarity and understand, watch this right here, and understand that this is a gift from God to me. When it's a gift from God, then I have to discipline myself to always look at it as a gift from God. So how I treat it, then I'm showing God if I'm grateful, thankful, or appreciative for the gift that you gave me. But one of the problems is with familiarity. When God gives you a gift, a husband or a wife, and you get familiar with it, then we have a tendency to begin to abuse it and misuse it. Amen. Because we have lost the sight that this came from God to me. And what happens when God gives you a gift and we get familiar with it, then we have an attitude of ownership. What's that word I always look for? I don't know why I can't keep remembering that word. Now I feel like I am entitled. And the only thing that every human being on this earth is entitled to is death, hell, and the grave. That's the only thing we're entitled to, because all of us have sinned and come short of what? The glory of God. So how do I value and keep the value of the thing that God has given me? By me not focusing on the gift that God gave me. Not really valuing the gift, but valuing the one that gave me the gift. How do I show God that I value the gift? By taking care of the gift. This is how I train in my children. I know this is how, when I look at them and I share with them, this home came from God. The bed that you're living in, sleeping in, comes from God. The food that you eat, God provided the finances for your father and your mother to provide. This is how I train my children. It's always going back to God, not Kathy and I. To help them to understand that to value us, they cannot do it if they don't understand what God has done for them through us. We are gifts from God for our children. And our children is gifts from God for us.
To watch the rest of this powerful message, download Panorama's app, which is available in all app stores by searching Panorama Christian Center. Create an account to stay connected with Panorama Christian Center. One word from God will change your life. Blessings.